Very good morning, friends. As you know, I am making the questionnaire series of interview questions related to ITGC, ISO, and these are the some questions for risk management. So let's start. So these are the certain questions which in which interviewers have to has asked us, and these are the real questions in which I have given the interviews and interviewer has asked few of the questions. So question number one is, what are assets and its types? So, any assets that can be anything which create the value to an organization, like server, network, devices, are called the assets. That means anything in our organization which gives the value to the organization. For example, any servers, network, security, devices, any assets are called our assets. So what are the assets type? Basically, there are two types of assets. Number one is tangible asset. Tangible assets are those which are physical, like our servers are physical, network devices are physical, security devices are physical, ArcSight devices are not physical. So these are the sum of the tangible assets. However, intangible assets are those which are logical. For example, data. We cannot see data. So we cannot see means uh, data are not the physical ones. Na? That's why data and services and other things which are not in physical states called as intangible assets. Question number two is, what are asset valuation and its type? So the process of assigning the value of assets in terms of severity, like low, medium, critical, minors, are called the asset valuation. Means any value we can give to our assets are called the asset valuation. And that means what value we are assigning to our assets comes under the asset valuation. Its type, uh, there are two types of asset valuation. Number one is qualitative. Qualitative are those which represent the reputation of assets and ultimately the reputation for the organization. Next one is quantitative. So quantitative mapped with the monetary value of assets. For example, any assets in our organization have some value. For example, $800 value, $400 value. So, so quantitative belongs to the cost of the assets. Question number four is, what is inherent and residual risk? There is a lot of confusions between inherent and residual risk. So risk before treatment called as inherent risk, or we can say that untreated risk is our inherent risk, or we can say that any risk without control is called inherent risk. For example, there is an fresh risk arises and we had not started the mitigation of that risk. Such risks are called the inherent risk. However, residual risk is that we had tried to apply the control, but still a minor risk is pending. That means there is no control applicable over a residual risk. For example, a kind of human let's say the kind of human error control, because we cannot overcome the human errors. So such risks are called the residual risk. Means those risks which comes after a treatment are called the residual risk. Next question is, what is the difference between IS risk and ERM? So IS is our information security risk and ERM is our enterprise risk management. Inform, in, Information security risk means those risks which related with the security. The security means the confidentiality, integrity and availability are called our security, a kind of security we can say. So the loopholes, the risk related to our security comes under the information risk. However, financial risk, business risk and revenue risk comes under our enterprise risk. So this is the main difference between IS risk and ERM risk. So guys, these are the certain questions. This is only part one, and I am also making the further parts of the risk management. So keep staying with me and kindly rating my videos by doing the subscribe and hit the bell icons. Thank you so much.